What's up, everybody? I am here for another interview with my man RJ. He is a fellow Ohio native, or I'm not an Ohio native anymore, but you're currently in Ohio in Columbus, correct?
Right, man. Don't forget where you come from, though. This place
Don't
is
forget.
special.
Don't forget. But guys, I'm super excited to interview RJ and talk about his success. He's absolutely killing it, and we'll get into numbers and everything. But RJ came into the program how long ago did you join?
Ooh. So I did like the beta program, right?
Mm,
Uh, I think that was like, when did that start? Because it was whenever that
June,
started.
like about June. Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, that
So like four months, 5 months.
4 months.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I was
So
in there.
we'll talk about that too. But bro, I want to hear from you and for everybody listening. Like, what is your story of? And we kind of talked about it before this. We started recording. Like, what's your story of? I know you quit your job. Tell us a little bit about that. Tell us how you got into sales and the leap you took.
Yeah, so I'm 25, little older than you.
Yeah,
How old are you?
21.
Jeez, dude. So yeah, I'm 25. I graduated in college in 2018. Waste of time.
Mm-hmm.
Started working I worked at a lobbying firm downtown Columbus,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and I worked through school, make a little bit extra money. I was always hustling, and then I got a job at a political advertising agency in Columbus. Right after I graduated. It's a lot of work. I was doing sales there. I was doing a lot of copywriting, a lot of messaging, a lot of political strategy. I was helping elect politicians, like mayors, city councilmen, state representatives, smaller tier public elected officials. And I thought that was cool for a little bit, but the money was stagnant. I had a great mentor, had a great team I was working with, but I needed to level up. So as much as I enjoyed the politics and playing those games, I was getting, it's getting a little late in my, I was starting to feel the pressure. It was,
Yeah.
25 years old, like something's got to change. If I don't change now, like I'm gonna get stuck here.
Mm.
And so yeah, I found, I've been following you, been watching you for a while, like saw your come up, and yeah, so that started in June. I got like a random email from someone. I don't remember if it was Logan or you or the Fitz guy.
Yeah.
I said, "What the hell? I'll take the call. Like, I'll check this out." Like, Luke's, he's got an interesting story. Like, I watched, you. What really like drew me to you is like the first thing you did, right, was like buy your mom a car.
Mm.
And I was like, okay, like this guy, he's from Ohio. I don't know what part of Ohio.
Southern, like almost Kentucky, bro. Like you're from Columbus, or you're in Columbus now. I'm from
So I'm
like
from, yeah,
state.
I'm from Detroit, but I moved here a little bit ago. But yeah, so you're like, if you're on the south side of Ohio, like that's
Appalachia, bro. Like no internet type of Ohio.
yeah, that's not an easy place to be. And so yeah, and I was on the sales call, I think, with your brother for Closer Cartel.
Mhm.
And I was just curious, like, what your story was, like how this kind of came about. And he was telling me, you guys were on food stamps, and you just like hustled your way out of that and just made it.
Mhm.
And now you're driving the new C8, right?
Yeah. Yep.
um, so I respected the story. Like, I saw a lot of authenticity in you. Didn't see a lot of bullshit. Um, and I respected that. And like, I can see through a lot of that. Like, I worked in politics for
Oh,
for
dude. I,
5 years. Like,
yeah.
like I can see pretty clearly like who's bullshitting, who's not. And so I took a gamble on it. Like, I didn't have a lot of money at the time. I don't remember how much the course was now. I think it was like,
I
what
think
was
when
it?
you got in, it was like grand.
Yeah, and that was a lot of money for me. Like, that
Yeah.
was like, and I did it on the call, which is like very out of character. Logan was a pretty good closer.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, he's got me, and he's got me in a corner. He got me on the call. So there's definitely some truth to this. Like he did a good job selling me, and I'm not an easy person to sell to. So, and he did it pretty flawlessly. So hopped in, man, like started that in June. By July, like I watched, you did like bi-weekly videos or 2 videos a week or 2 Zoom
Yeah,
calls a week.
because when you joined, we didn't even have a course. We had just the live coaching, so it was like the 2 calls a week.
Yeah. Yeah. With Ace and everything. So I did that for about a month, and man, like I was learning so much. Like my eyes just like opened up to this whole other world. Because I was doing sales, like I was raking in like fat deals for the company I just wasn't making commission on them. I
Mm.
was on a flat salary. I wasn't like incentivized to actually do it. So I said, okay, there's a pretty easy, structured way. Luke's got it all systemized here. Like, there's a proven method of becoming a closer and actually making good money off of it. So,
Mm.
I'm a believer. Like I know the Lord, and I just, July, 1 month after I started doing this, I just sent it. Like I just aped into this. Like I quit my job, and I had literally like not a whole lot of money, like at all.
Dude, I love that. That's awesome.
And, just aped into it. Like, and so there's a lot of, and this is what I have to say about that. Like, there's a lot of people who are going to say, and you might be one of them, Luke, but there's a lot of people out there who are going to say, don't do that. Like, get like flow into it, flow out of your previous job into the new thing. And I'm like, okay, well, you can do that, but like, there's something to be said about getting that pressure on yourself in like a non-artificial way, in like a very serious way where you need to put yourself in like a tough position in order to perform.
I would agree, bro. And the reason I don't recommend it is because I don't think everyone can pull it off, even though like I think you should try, bro.
Yeah.
Like everyone's like, oh, life is so long. It's really not. Like if you make a couple bad choices, like you're not going to be able to get as far as you could have. You know what I mean? Like if
Yeah.
you're 30 years old and have no money, you're probably not going to end up as high of a net worth as you could if you started at 20. You know what I mean? So
True.
one shot can take you out in business, especially if like you have like both of us did. We did the same thing, burn the ships. But you pulled it off, which is amazing.
Oh man, like fortune favors the bold, fortune favors the courageous. If you take a risk, like, you got faith in yourself, you got faith in God above, like he's gonna
100%.
take care of you, man.
So you took the leap, you quit your job, you had learned sales for like 30 days, which is crazy. And then what happened from there?
Well, I saw the value in it like very, very quickly. And I saw that like it wasn't too like heavy on like money Twitter. It is now. Like it's
dude, everyone's coming out of the woodwork as sales expert.
Right. Yeah. And it's like you were at the center of that. I'll give you credit. Like you started that. And if you didn't, like I just missed whoever was talking about it before you. So hats off to you. But yeah, no, I've found a couple offers. I didn't get my first offer through Closify. I found that one on like a random Facebook group because he told us to join all these different Facebook groups. And so I joined one and just relentlessly pitched myself. Probably did like 10, 15 interviews. Didn't pass any of them until like the last one, got into like a private lending coaching deal, and did that for a little bit and just kind of leveraged myself into the next deal until I got.
That's important. I want to stop you there because we obviously in the program, we teach multiple ways, right, of getting offers. We have partners like Closify, like there's different ways. Right. But as a rookie, the same thing I've always told you guys is you've got to just make it happen. If you want to be a closer with no experience, like you have to sell yourself. So you took 15 interviews, but you got the one, which is all you need. And then that one, I'm guessing you leveraged that as credibility to open up the doors for the others, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so I just want to like, I kept doing that until I found an offer that I liked. Like, I think you only just started talking about how important this is recently, but it's super important to have an offer it's not only like a good solid offer that'll sell,
Mhm.
but an offer that's like that resonates with you, that like you like to sell, that you feel comfortable in that space. That's super important. Like that's the more luxurious side of getting into high ticket closing, is finding, number one, a good offer that sells, and number two, an offer that you like to sell.
I agree 100% because it's hard to, even if you sell ethically, it's hard to sell something that you don't resonate with or that you wouldn't buy yourself, you know? Like if you wouldn't buy the course you're selling, why would you sell it, you know? So
Right.
that's super important.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
That's sick, bro. So how many like so I'm guessing the first offer obviously you didn't like. What was the second offer and how did you get that?
So the second offer, it was, well, I got this one through Closify. This was an e-commerce automation offer.
What is for people watching that don't know, what is Closify and like the partnership we have, like in your perspective?
So, okay, if you're just like information gathering right now, deciding whether or not you want to be a closer, or if you're, already committed to becoming a closer and you've already started the process, your number one goal right now should be to get into Closify.
Mhm.
That should be your number one goal. That's just, there's a bunch of different places where you can find offers, but there's not a place where the offers come to you. And Closify is that place. And because it's kind of, if you connected to Luke, if you're connected to Luke through Twitter, or through, if you connected to Closer Cartel through Twitter, Closify is going to resonate more with where you're trying to go.
100%. So Closify, like for everybody listening, is a partner of ours. We have kind of like an exclusive deal worked out. It's basically like Upwork, but for just closers and businesses that actually need closers. So we've got exclusive access. Like if you come through our training, you get onto the platform, and we're actually, I'm not going to talk about it yet, but running like a special for like holiday season of Closify, which is something cool. But basically, guys, it's like world-class businesses. You're being connected with them. They're in actual need of you as a closer. So I mean, back to that, you got your first offer from there. What happened with that? Did that work out, or did you move on to another?
So I got the first offer on my own, and then yeah, I used that to get into Closify, because they need you to be proven. They need you to be successful. They need to know that you can
Yeah.
close. And I did close a lot of deals at the political agency. It just wasn't like, it's not the ideal job for a closer. The closer wants one offer to sell to one target audience, to like one target customer. Super decentralized that way. And when you search on your own for an offer, it's going to be extremely challenging, because you're going to run into a lot of people that want you to sell 7,000 different things to anyone who shows up.
100%.
So you're going to want and they do a good job of vetting. Closify and Alex, they do a good job of vetting the offers that come into you, so that it's more, it's more perfect for a closer like yourself, who just wants to sell one offer to one type of person. You know what I mean? So
No, that's awesome. And then where are you at now? Because I know we talked about this before we started recording. You don't have to say names or obviously like anything like publicly of who you sell for or anything, but what kind of offer do you sell now? And you love this one as far as I'm concerned, right?
yeah, so kind of like phased out of this one e-commerce, that first one I talked about through Closify, and more focused on this other one that I didn't get through Closify. I networked independently to get this one.
Yeah.
But very, very similar business model. Sorry, what was the question again?
Oh, I was just asking, like, what are you on right now? And like, what sort of actual offer you selling and things of that sort?
Yeah. So that e-commerce automation offer, pretty straightforward. Done for you, drop shipping, Shopify automation.
Mhm.
Basically, your own money printer.
I sold that same offer before.
Yeah. So easy sell. And then pay for results PR, and that's a different one. that's the guy's based out of London. He offered me to go work for him full time in Dubai, but I turned it down. Family's important to me, so
Yeah,
much as I'd like, and they were gonna like buy my like apartment too. Like I wouldn't have to pay for like living expenses or anything like that. They were gonna hook me up fat.
that's
But
crazy.
but I turned it down. I got the sense that they wanted me to be exclusively working with them, and I kind of like to do two offers at the same time, diversify. Um, that's just how I roll. But yeah, no, shot that one down. Like I wanted to, like I got a girlfriend I'm about to propose to. Like I got a family.
Oh, good for you, bro.
Yeah. So
Don't let her
unfortunately,
watch
I'm in
the,
a different world, in a different life.
that's awesome. Don't let her watch the interview. She'll know. She'll know what's coming.
Right. Right.
That's awesome though. What for people like wondering, they're like maybe they're closers or maybe they're thinking of being closers. Like, what sort of offer price are you selling? And then how does your commission on that work? And then like how many calls a day are you getting? So they have like an accurate idea of what that looks like.
Yeah. So with the e-commerce, I probably do like 5 or 6 calls a day
Mm.
with, um, the PR, the pay for results PR company. That one I get a lot of calls. The lead quality isn't as good,
Mm.
but I get a lot of calls, and those are all like CEOs. I talked to the guy. I closed the guy who he got Biden. He screwed over Biden's first election. He ran for president once before, and he screwed over Biden. He got Biden caught for plagiarism, and that was the guy that screwed him over for plagiarism and ruined his first presidential run. So I closed him on on a PR deal. But yeah, sorry, I keep losing my train of thought.
Oh, you're good, dude. That's crazy. Like so 5, 6 calls a day. I like what you're doing too, though. Like I recommend one offer, obviously, because it's easier, but a high volume offer compared to like a lower volume but higher quality, you're kind of bridging both, you know? So when one has a drought, the other one's going to make up for it. And that's really smart. But what is
Yeah.
the like what's the ticket price? We talk about
Okay.
high ticket sales. Like
Yeah.
what sort of ticket are you selling and what's that commission look like?
So the high quality leads one is more the e-commerce automation offer. That one's 6 to 10K. And the leads are they're just fire leads. So I'm just closing those. Like
Yeah,
I just got a collection like right now, like
that's awesome.
like a 3K, but just different collection. But that one is 6 10K. The PR company is 4.5 to 13K.
Mm.
That's a little bit more personalized. That one's cool. Like if you want to get placed in like national mainstream reputable publications around the world, like you just pay us, we'll write a story about you and get you published in like Time Magazine, Newsweek.
I've seen those. Wasn't David from the group also selling one of those?
So I think David was in it briefly, but I think he left because he didn't like the lead quality too much.
Mhm.
That's been like an issue, like closers coming in and out because of that. But I like the CEO. Like I get along with him pretty well. Like he's a chill dude.
Yeah.
And I have experience talking to people because we're attracting people like high ego CEOs who
You're
like think
used to that because of the political.
and I'm used to that working in politics. So
Yeah.
like people like Tyler, like he was one of the guys I used to spar with in Closer Cartel. Tyler Vu,
Just interviewed him actually. Yeah.
oh, he did? Yeah. Well, he's an angel, and we got to protect that man at all costs. But
Oh, I love that guy.
he did it for a little bit, and yeah, he left because he didn't like the lead quality, but also he didn't like the people. So it's that's fine. Like doesn't resonate with him again, and so he's smart enough to just let it go and go to the next one.
Dude, that's the beauty of it too. Is like you guys have a skill set that everybody needs. You just pick who you want to work with.
Yeah. Right.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What is your like, if you sell an e-com? What's your commission on that?
So the e-com, so right now it's 13%, and
Good.
with the PR it's 15. I haven't gotten paid on that one yet because it's the money comes in like later. So I got some dollars racked up for them that should come in.
That's awesome. So
eventually.
bro, you quit your job. You went all in on trusting some random kid, me, on the internet.
Some
And
kid
obviously,
4 years younger than me.
4 years younger than you. It obviously worked out really well. And this is the big question everybody wants to know. And obviously, like, you don't have to share if you don't want to. But we love money. We close for money and obviously to help people. But we're not going to act like the money is not the one of the best parts of this. What are you raking in from the offers that you're currently on right now?
So last month I did 11K, and there's a lot of recurring that comes in.
Mhm.
So it just builds up every month. So, or no, September was like 11K. October, between all my offers, yes, September was 11K, and October about 17. And it's only the third, and I already have I think 4K in check.
Dude, that's awesome. That is so awesome. So you're definitely on pace to make like 200, 300,000 a year. 100%.
If my luck keeps, I'm gonna keep my luck alive here, but
Oh, it's not luck, bro. That's skill.
yeah,
That's
no,
amazing.
I've been blessed. There's a lot of things that just worked in my favor. A lot of.
Bro, that's what happens like when you get around the right people and you're obviously a great guy and like you're talking about God, like that's what happens. You know what I mean? The universe has a funny way of like rewarding people who deserve things like that, which is good because obviously you're killing it. What were you making? I'm curious, like your political job that you wanted to leave. What were you making a year?
So 55K. So like nothing.
So you've made like 70% of your yearly salary in the last 2 months.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Definitely, and I've given a lot of that back to the church because I couldn't have done it without God. But yeah, like you said, like when you take a risk on yourself, when you surround yourself with the right people, things just start working out in your favor. And yeah, I'm super blessed by that. I feel a little bit bad leaving that company because they poured a lot into me, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna love those guys for the rest of my life. It's just, it's just, I just needed to level up a little bit, make some more money. I'm going to start a family sometime, hopefully soon.
Yeah.
There's just a reality of life that, you just gotta take a chance on yourself.
It's business, bro. Like that'll happen. You always have to put business. Obviously, do right by people, but you have to put business first,
Right.
which is fine. But that's amazing, bro. Like that is amazing. What would you say? And I ask everybody this. I ask Tyler. What would you say to someone who's like on the fence of all this? Like don't know about sales. They don't know about Closer Cartel. Like, oh, this dude's just trying to sell us another course. Like, I didn't pay you to say any of this. Like, you could tell me it sucked right now. Like, what's your honest opinion, and what would you say to somebody like that?
Someone who's on the fence.
Yeah, someone on the fence of kind of taking a leap. Because, bro, like you paid $1,000. It's more than $1,000 now. It's a decent chunk of change, right? You have to take a leap. So
how much it is now?
I'm not gonna say like on here because obviously like we gotta get people on calls, but it's more. It's a lot more. So that's a leap. You have to take a leap, especially like if like $1,000 to you was a lot of money. You know what I mean?
A lot of money.
So for someone that's in those same shoes, like what would you say to them?
Well, that's a paycheck. Like you got to ask yourself. I mean, first of all, don't be lukewarm on anything. Like either be in or out. Mm-hmm. Like that goes with anything. Like you're either going to be all in or all out. Don't be in the middle. Don't dance around. Like make a decision. Be a man. Mm-hmm. And if you're oftentimes like when you're stuck in this situation where you're just kind of stagnating in life, or an opportunity like this comes along where it's going to take a little bit of effort on your end, but you got all the right people there, everything's pretty much spoon fed to you on a silver platter.
Yeah.
It can't get easier. Like you can't have it like an easier way to get from point A to point B. It's not saying it's going to be difficult. There's going to be challenges there. Mm-hmm. But like you're not going to get anywhere stagnating. You're not going to get anywhere doing the same thing that you're doing. So if you're on the fence, just go for it. Like doesn't matter what it costs now, like the money will come to you, but don't don't kick the can down the road. Just like, if your spirit is just like saying yes, do this, but your body and your mind is too fearful, listen to where your heart's taking you. Listen to where your soul is taking you, because your body, your mind, it's not supposed to be an easy thing. Like, you're gonna get a lot of like pushback from
Well, that's to keep you alive. Like your brain is, its only job is to make you comfortable.
right, exactly. Pursue pleasure, avoid pain. Like, you got to jump headfirst into the challenges, into that pain, into that, into the scary, deep end of the pool, if you want to learn how to swim.
Yeah, that's very well said. I don't think I could say that better myself, bro. That was amazing. Any week, I mean, I don't want to make these too long because I like people to actually be able to walk through them and understand. Your story's phenomenal, dude. You're killing it. I'm extremely proud. Like, it makes me so happy to have you guys. Like, you were an original member, and you're kind of like an OG in our community. And now people are going to watch this interview and be like, man, like, I want to be like that guy. Like, that's amazing. So thank you so much, dude, for hopping on. Do you have anything like you want to say before we cut this?
No, just keep me updated with what you're doing, man. Like, I follow you pretty closely. I'm like, I have a private Twitter. I'm not like super big in it, but I follow my people on Twitter. You're one of my people. So just, keep doing what you're doing, man. And if if anything comes up, if I can help you in any sort of way, just let me know.
100%, bro.
Good, yeah.
We'll cut this interview now. I'll talk to you after. We'll don't leave the Zoom yet. But guys, if you're interested in anything that we just talked about, obviously we have the links in the description of this video. Like and comment, please. It pushes it out to the algorithm, and we can help more people. But dude, you're a beast. Thank you so much for hopping on. And when you come to Miami this month, we will definitely go out. I'll take you out to dinner.
Appreciate it, man.